Good morning. Good morning. Good, great morning. How's everyone? Um, Welcome to Trading with Sergio. Another Monday, and this week is going to be a major week, massive actually. So initially, I'll do a little bit of taking care of business, and then I will talk a little bit about what's coming up this week. Also, more importantly, obviously, I'll share my screen. I quite active morning actually for what I've been doing. Started a few new positions and trimmed on some profits. We'll see. So good morning for whoever it is here. Vamos Barca, vamos. Okay, now I had a Barca shirt, but I'm gonna wear this shirt. I have a few Barca shirts. So as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Barcelona football team, not soccer, football, the round ball. And congrats to the Bills, by the way. Since I'm a new fan, they killed yesterday. They're 6-2 now. I'm only a Bills fan for this year, Buffalo Bills fan, because of Chris. Lives in Buffalo. He's a huge Buffalo Bills fan, so I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. And in turn, I'm pretty sure by now he's a Barcelona fan. What happened this weekend? Saturday. It's called El Clásico. What's El Clásico? El Clásico, there are two massive teams in Spain. Real Madrid, which is the team of Madrid in Spain, and Barcelona, which is the team in Barcelona. Now, you guys have to understand the dynamics in Spain. Barcelona is in a section of Spain that's called Catalonia. They actually think they are separate from Spain. Okay. They have their own language. In Spain, there's different regions, Basque region, Catalonia, all these regions. So long story short, Barcelona, Real Madrid is called El Clásico, meaning the classic. They play twice a year. One time in Real Madrid, home pitch, and one time in Barcelona. Well, this game, this weekend, was at Real Madrid in front of 85,000 rabid fans who always wear white. The whole stadium was wearing white because that's the jersey, home jersey. And what does Barcelona do? Barcelona goes in there, smacks them. I mean, smacks them. Great game. We win 4-0. Now, top of the league by 6 points, I think, and only lost one game, 1-9. Vamos, Barca. Forever. Whatever happens, happens. Always a Barca fan. And this new coach, man, this new German coach, who happened to be the national team coach of German national team, right? And he has them in shape, bro. Let me tell you. So amazing weekend. Second on Sunday, Bills won, so I'm happy about that as well. But Saturday was something to behold, right? El Clasico is a huge game. So, congrats to my team. Let's go. Vamos, Barca forever. So, okay, now that I, talked to you guys and bored you guys about this, that's why I'm wearing my hat. I gotta actually show you guys my hat collection, but this is my favorite one. This was bought at the stadium when I visited 7 years ago before the pandemic. And so, yeah, now, second order of business. Welcome to Trading with Sergio every Monday indefinitely, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Fridays, Power Hour, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, goes on indefinitely. So please subscribe, turn on all notifications so you get the advanced notification. They go about an hour and a half or two. And so, please join. And if you can't join, I know, you may be doing other things. Watch the replay. Please share. Okay. So Fridays are more economics topics. So the reason I decided to do Monday, Friday is Monday, start of the week, set up, Friday, the end of the week. I think it's bookends. More importantly, as you guys can see, I'm wearing my hashtag Know Your Worth shirt, black and gold. Beautiful. On Wednesday, this Wednesday, coming up, I think it's our third members only live stream, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, coming up this Wednesday. And please, if you want to grab a membership, grab it and join it. Members get 2 extra live streams a month at the moment. Depending on the count of the membership, we will increase that most likely, because I want to accelerate the learning and information process for the members. I want to do it for everyone, but then, members get a little special treatment. More importantly, if you want to get one of these wonderful shirts that are official, it's official now, official merchandise supplier of the channel, gigwithit.com. You guys can go check out the colors. I think there is navy blue, but black is beautiful. So this black and gold white combo is just killer. So if you do become a member, I will send you, and you're already an existing member, please email me, Sergio@sergioavedian.com. I will mail you a t-shirt just like this. So when we're doing our members only lives, we wear the same thing. I think it's going to be pretty cool. So coming up on Wednesday, whoever ordered it and received it, please wear your t-shirt. It's a $30 t-shirt. Honestly, go to the website and check it out. It's made in the US. It's actually made in-house. So great quality. And you'll wear it for, it's just to wear it out as well. You don't have to wear it just during live streams. You can wear it when you're driving or when you're going out to dinner. I think it's something you guys should apply this to your lives. You got to know your worth. A lot of people don't know their worth. So, all right. So enough BS. Thank you for the support. Channel is growing. Please share. Please subscribe. Please thumbs up. It helps the algorithm and YouTube algorithm. So I'll see all the members on Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. If you are a member, you did not get your t-shirt already, email me, Sergio@sergioavedian.com. I will send you a shirt. What you need to do is you need to send me a color, your t-shirt size, and your physical address. Once you do that, we'll make it, print it, ship it. No shipping cost, nothing, zero cost. The reason I'm doing that is because, it's $30 value. I'm hoping you stick around for 3 months at least as a member. And, I get my money out of it. If not, no big deal. So with that said, welcome to Trading with Sergio. What's happening this week? This week is a massive week. We have 1 week left to the elections. 1. Well, we have 6 trading days left, including today. Well, 7, let's say, because, election results are not going to be known until probably midnight on the 5th, which is a Tuesday, which we're going to do a Show Me the Money. I don't know how that's going to work out. But we are going to do it. I will vote this week for sure. I'm not going to wait till last minute. Please go vote. Please vote. Don't say it doesn't matter. It matters. It's your duty. It's your right. Go vote. And on Tuesday, when I do Show Me the Money, most likely by myself next week, because Chris's wife is probably going to deliver by then, their 3rd child. But tomorrow we will talk about that. I will survive for a couple of weeks or a month without Chris, hopefully. The important thing is that's that channel. As much as I love doing that, I love doing this 10x more. The reason I know this 10x more than that, and I know a lot about that. So, what do we have this week? This week, massive week. Not only important economic data, this week, the Mag 7, 5 of the Mag 7 is reporting earnings this week starting tomorrow. It's going to be a wild, volatile week. So what do we have this week? This week we have consumer confidence index tomorrow coming up. We have, as tomorrow, Wednesday, we have third quarter GDP, important, very important. On Thursday, something that the Fed watches more than the CPI, we have September PCE inflation data. And on Friday, we have the unemployment data. Let's see if they do revisions. Most likely they do. They always do, especially on the unemployment one. These four, I think, are going to be very important for what the Fed is going to do in November as far as lowering rates or not lowering rates. So please shoot all the questions, please, on the chat. I will hit them each, not questions, just comments as well. I will hit them at the end of the show, at the end of today. Trading with Sergio. More importantly, what else we got? We got on the Mag 7, Magnificent 7, we got Alphabet, Google tomorrow after the market closed. Okay. And Meta platforms. That's tomorrow. Google, Alphabet, Meta, and Microsoft. Meta, old Facebook, new Meta, and Microsoft Wednesday. Okay. After the market closed. And on Thursday, we have Amazon and Apple. I mean, you can't get more exciting than that. And some of these stocks are actually outperforming one on, the other one. Some look better than the others. Implied volatilities are through the roof. Like, I'm talking through the roof. And so if you're going to trade, be really, really careful. I personally don't like trading into earnings, especially options, but then you guys will see what I'm doing. On Nvidia, so Tesla did come out, Netflix did come out. They both were great. Stocks took off. So 2 out of the Mag 8, let's say now, are out, and they did well. Let's see what these do. So we got Google, Alphabet, Meta, well, Facebook, Microsoft, Amazon, and Apple. 5 of them this week between tomorrow and Thursday after the market closes. Since the Mag 7 is close to 35% of the S&P 500, it's definitely going to have a massive effect on the S&P 500, on the indexes. So even if you are trading the indexes, it's going to have a huge effect. And last but not least, Nvidia, not for a while, November 27th. Uber is coming out next week, next Tuesday, the day of the elections, actually. And then Lyft is coming out after that. I will hit upon those. So yeah, massive week. That's why I named today's Trading with Sergio a pivotal week. This is going to be a pivotal week. One thing that I've been talking about that you guys need to really, really start paying attention to is the TLT. TLT, what's happening to interest rates. I tweet quite a bit about this. Since the day the Fed has cut the rates, okay, and announced that they're going into an easing cycle, the interest rates have shot up. Mortgages are back over 7%. Car loans are above what they were literally. I don't know. I have never seen this before, so I'm trying to figure it out. My take is the bond market is saying, up yours, Fed. We're not buying it. Because Fed is cutting rates, saying that inflation is under control, unemployment is fine, GDP's growth is fine, and we need to cut rates. It's not making sense to me. It didn't make sense to me that a huge 50 basis point cut. Some of you may say it's election related. I don't think so. But why is the Fed cutting rates if they're thinking the economy is doing fine? It's never happened before. Well, the bond market is much larger than the Fed. The Fed cannot control the bond market. It's trillions and trillions of dollars. And the bond market is raising the rates. The rates have gone nothing but go up since the day actually they cut the rates by 50 basis points, the Fed funds rate. So the market's not believing the Fed. Market's saying, well, the other thing that's happening is that you have to look at all these cross currents, right? Gold, all-time new high. Silver, taken off, flying. Bitcoin, about to break out, go crazy. On Bitcoin, please, it's on the channel. I did an amazing interview with Sonny Poe, who I met on X. What he's doing with Bitcoin and how he's literally doing it with credit cards, actually. You guys should go listen to this man, right? That's how he's protecting himself and his family against the debasing of the US dollar. So the bond market, it doesn't care. Bond market says, no. Inflation is not dead. And I did a video actually last week. Go check it out. It's called the ugly S word, not the 4-letter kind. It's called stagflation. So if inflation comes back and economy is slowing down, that's called stagflation. That is a lot worse than straight up inflation. So we definitely do not want stagflation. Stagflation is inflation, high inflation with a slowing economy. You don't want that. That's because there is no cure for that. Like Japan was in one or deflationary period for 20 years. They had negative interest rates, still couldn't come out. Now, after 20 years, they're coming out. When deflation happens or stagflation happens, all asset prices will get crushed without a question. That's the economic side. The market doesn't care. It keeps making new highs. So there is this massive disconnect. It's not confusing. I'm trying to read the tea leaves and pass it on to you guys. But be careful, okay? The rug pull, it will happen. This will happen this week after the elections, before, I don't know. Early, my estimate now is early next year, starting January, we'll have a rug pull. But the other thing is the Fed cannot afford the market to go down, to tank. It just can't. And the reason for that is most of the tax receipts are from capital gains. So they're stuck in a box. They're lowering rates. Bond market saying, no, you are wrong. We're right. And bond market, you got to always listen to the bond market. And the way you look at the bond market is look at the 20-year rates, 30-year rates, short-term rates, obviously. But then I watched the TLT. I've talked about that many times. So go look at that chart. TLT is doing nothing but go down. When TLT goes down, that means rates are going up. So I talked a little bit about last week, videos coming out at noon today. How do I trade the elections? Okay. I started the position today, although it's costing me a lot more than I thought. It's okay. So in options, there is something called SMA. SMA is SMA means special miscellaneous account. And so when you're doing options, naked options, like I did today, it takes certain amount of SMA or equity out of your account, buying power basically out of your account to put these positions on, right? Especially when you're doing naked calls, naked puts. And so I started the position on DJT. That's how I'm going to trade the elections through that, not through the betting sites that a lot of people are betting on. Supposedly, I don't know. Trump is a 20-point lead. I don't know. I don't think it's that wide. I think it's a lot closer than what people think it is. So go vote, please. The other thing is, I'll show you guys the positions in a minute. And I will show you guys literally today. I started a position today and I will keep adding to it, but I will, it's taken a lot more SMA than I thought it would do. For the amount of money that I'm tying up to take in what I'm taking, I don't think is worth it. So I'm not going to go nuts with this position. So DJT is the symbol, Donald J. Trump. That's the media company. A lot of shorts in there. Company supposedly is not worth anything, but it's doing it because of DJT. Well, if it's moving, it's moving. So it has gone from 11 to, I think today is at 46. Last time, I looked at it, up another $7 today. That stock is saying Trump won. The all-time high on that is 75. I'm trading $100 options. Stock is only 45. Think about it. But today I will explain to you guys the importance of implied volatility. Okay. Since I opened that position, I think I started about 8 this morning. Since I opened that position, implied volatility has gone up more, so the options have gone against me. Think about it. I am selling $85 and $100 calls, even if the stock doubles again from here, right? They're not going to be in the money, but then the implied volatility is absolutely gone bonkers. It's at 330 to 400%. So in this position, do not follow me. Do not do the underlying stock either. This is only for the pros. This is only for the people who are on top of this. This could get out of control. It's a super risky thing that I'm doing, but I'm thinking, irregardless of what happens in the elections, the implied volatility is going to get crushed and those options are going to go to zero, literally. So my thing is, unfortunately, it's taking a lot more SMA out of my account, especially miscellaneous or equity or buying power, for each single option. So what the position I'm putting on is called a naked strangle or a short strangle. I'm selling the calls, I'm selling the puts. So I'm selling the $15 put, stock is 46. And I'm selling the $85 or $100 calls. Okay. So I'm hoping that the stock stays between 85 and 15. What are the odds of that? It's pretty high. But implied volatility is an animal that you cannot control, and the market makers keep pumping it. And I know I sold them where I sold them, and I show you guys the positions. You need to be really careful when you're doing these kind of things. When you're expecting a sideways movement, or for the underlying equity to stay in between two levels, and it just doesn't. It could stay there, but the implied volatility just keeps going higher. You will understand, you guys today, for sure, you guys will understand live what it means, how it can affect underlying positions. So let's look at the comments. Oh, look at this. Donnie is here. Donnie, the king of Biloxi, Mississippi. Donnie, become a member. Are you going to trade? No. Donnie's a good old boy, good old Southern boy. He makes a killing in Biloxi. Mojotronics, hello, good morning. It's not Spain, it's Barcelona, part of Spain. El Lenoir, okay, good afternoon. Good morning, Joe. Craig, good morning. Tacky B, good morning. How many members so far? I don't know, 15, I think. So on the members, please, everybody show up on Wednesday. Last time it was 6 of you. Why you just show up? Not for the t-shirt. We're learning stuff. We're doing great stuff on the members only. I think last week's members only was worth $100, not $10. But then we're doing it, and you get a free t-shirt. I mean, I don't know why not all of you are members. I think 14 or 15, Craig. All green on my picks. Okay, those are not called picks. Picks are at the horse races. Let's correct the lingo. All green, yeah, because market's going higher. Look, Craig, when it turns, you will know. I don't want you to blow anything up. Richie, another member, says, inflation under control. Why are you still quasi bearish? Because I don't believe it. I think they're gaslighting. Inflation is not under control. If you believe what the government's saying, then you're definitely going to go broke. I will never believe the government. Inflation is not under control. Well, look at your life, Richie. Everything you're paying, have the prices come back? I don't think so. Cheeky Chops, what's up, Cheeky Chops? Surging with Sergio, yes. That had getting a lot of time on the pitch, yes, sir. Forever. Cheeky Chops is Trump 2024, DJT 2024. Okay. Okay, Cheeky Chops, I'm gonna block you now. Come on, bro. This is a finance channel. You're gonna get me blocked. Yeah, there was a great members only show, so it's going to be another one on Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Grab one, show up. All right, so we take care of all the business, and let's add the position screen, what I did, what I'm doing. Okay, you guys can see that, I'm pretty sure. All right, so this is the position screen. The other thing is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today's Monday at 2 p.m. Pacific latest. I am going to um, post my positions, okay, like I've been doing, so you guys can see what is going on, what I'm doing, okay? Um, all right, so as you guys know, the Unity position stays the same. That didn't change. I'm along 90 of the November 25 calls. Stock is up about 70 cents. I need a little bit more movement on that. I may have to take a loss on that, get out. So I bought another 1,000 shares of HOWL, which is Werewolf Therapeutics. I am long 5,000 shares now. I will post all these positions. That's not going to change. I'm going to hold on. I bought another 1,000 shares at 290 this morning. I have an order to buy 280, 270, 260. So I'm trying to build a position. But so far, as you guys can see, I'm long 5,000 shares with an average cost of 317. DJT, I will get into in a minute. As you guys know, NNE, nuclear stocks, pretty bullish. What's happening? I was long 30. I had liquidated 20 on Friday. The last 10 went out today. I was long at $2. They're at 350. I sold them actually at 320. So a good trade, 60% range. First time in a long time, I started paying attention to a meme stock of old, GME. About 25 of them so far, but I will definitely step on this. Stock is 22. It's up about $1.50. It's on pretty good volume, and it cracked 22 and a half. So I bought 25 of the November 25 calls. November meaning expiring on November 15th. I have 3 weeks, 25 calls with an average cost of 95 cents. They're 95, 98, so they're about where I bought them. And last but not least, I bought right at the open when the market opened sharply higher. I bought more puts, but I sold them already. But I'm still long 10, just to keep balance a little bit. 10 of the November 490 puts on the triple Qs, and 10 of the November 495 puts. I'm right at actually my cost is 690 on one. They're 7, 860 on the other one. They're 880. But I sold. I was long 20 each. Now I'm long only 10 each. I sold them at 9 and 7 respectively. After I bought them this morning at 611. I think this is the. Okay, let me see. Yeah, so I bought them at 661 and 811. I sold them at 720 and 9 this morning. So so I'm out of NNE, Oklo. Yeah, we'll look at that. We'll go through the stocks. So this is the new position that I'm opened up, and I will show you guys. Hopefully you guys can see this. So right here, DJT is the Donald J. Trump stock. It's at 46.80, up another $7.50. I started selling, selling the November 15th, $85 calls right here, $85 calls. These are naked positions. And as you guys can see, it's taking over $51,700 or $52,000 in SMA. It's taken a lot more than I thought it would. However, I want you to guys understand something. Here's the column that I'm moving my cursor up and down on. This is you guys can see the screen, right? I sure goddamn hope so. Can you guys see the screen? Of course. Yeah, I added it. Okay, so when I started selling these calls at 8 in the morning, implied volatility was, and stock was like at 46.50-ish, 45 and a half, 46 and a half. Implied volatility on the calls I was selling was 285. Okay. My average cost so far, I have sold 7 of them with an average cost of 450. They're at 5. I'm down 50 cents on these calls just because since I started selling them, implied volatility went from 285 to 325%. Okay. Then I started selling the November 15th expiration $100 calls. Imagine people, stock is 46 and a half. Okay. It has to double from here. However, on those implied vol, and I sold 3 of those with an average cost of 320, they're 340, 350. Okay, fine. On those implied volatility went from 280 to 320 now. Okay. Think about this. Okay, stock has to get to 100 for me to be in trouble in this position. Think about it. But in the meantime, because of implied volatility, you could be losing, you could be making money. Then now I'm selling. I started selling. I have another order to sell 5 more of these. I started selling November 15th expiration, $15 puts. Puts. Now, puts and calls. I'm selling both sides. It's a short strangle, right? So I'm hoping that the stock stays between 15 and 85 and 100. Okay. What I'm thinking is that when the elections take place, even if Trump wins, yeah, stock could go to 75. Okay, so what, right? I have the 85s and 100s. But this implied volatility is going to get crushed. Usual implied volatility, normal IV on DJT is about 130. We're at 330%. Okay. Again, do not do this. I'm telling you, do not do this. This is only for pros. Don't. So now I will sell 5 more of the puts. Now, if the stock drops to below 15, okay, I will end up buying 1,000 shares of DJT at $15 less all this premium, which would cost me $10. I'm willing to do that. If the stock takes off, Trump wins and goes over 100, then I will have to short the stock at 100, which I'm also willing to do. So, but unfortunately, it's taking a ton more buying power than I would like. So, yeah, the position stays. I can always cover these things. Obviously, if it gets completely out of hand, I can cover them. Not a big deal. But it's just another trade. But I'm selling premium basically. That's what I'm doing. And so Howell, I'm going to hold down 10 cents, no big deal. GME, I just started opening positions. If you guys want to tag along with GME, do it. The reason I'm buying short term is I think short term stock could get to 25, and there's also a massive short position in there. Tens of thousands of short term options are trading on this. I decided in the Novembers because they're the most reasonable one. And they're the 25 stock is 21.96. So if you want to tag along, you're more than welcome to do it, but then at your own risk, obviously. That's about it. So those are my positions. And then let me go through my list. What I'm seeing though right now is a lot of trash companies. Stocks are moving, okay, specifically on the biotech side. And but let's go through the charts. These are okay. So as you do our usual, this is DJT obviously, but then I'll go through that in a minute. So you guys hopefully have some questions, especially on the members live on Wednesday about the DJT strategy. Okay. So, let's start with DJT. So this is DJT. This is the daily chart of DJT. So, this was a reverse merger. When Donald Trump got involved, it went from, this is the volatility we experienced, right? It went from about 20 to 60, pull back, went sideways, then went up to 80, 79.38 is the high, then from 80 straight down to 22. So it's just super volatile. And that's why the implied volatility is very high on this. Then it went from 22 all the way to 56, then went all the way down to 25, and then kind of had a little spike at 45, and then all the way down to 11. Now from 11, we're straight up at 46 and a half. So there is some resistance up here at 55, 56. But you guys can see why the market makers are putting immense amount of implied volatility on this is because the elections are coming up. So I am short the November 15th, 85 and $100 calls. Basically, I'm short calls that are up here, literally out of the chart, right? And I'm also short the puts. Why am I selling these puts? Well, I'm willing to buy the stock, at $10 a share. You know what I mean? So, and the low was 11. I'm willing to pay $10. So, worst comes to worst, I'm either going to be short at between 85 and 100, and I'm going to be long, or long at 10, or they're going to expire worthless, which that's what I'm looking for. So let's go to the usual suspects. This is the triple Qs. Again, triple Qs are going to have, I mean, nothing to say. It's an uptrend. Uptrend is an uptrend, but triple Qs are going to be affected immensely with the Mag 7 earnings this week. So be careful about that. S&P 500, same thing. Let's go to the dailies on all of these. Had a reversal day. It's getting kind of negated today. I have a channel drawn. I usually don't draw too many lines on my charts. I have a short-term uptrend that I drew. It's like a wedge pattern. It's creeping up. So I think we will get a little break to 560s. But nothing at the moment really. But then this perfect channel that I was able to figure out and draw. This is the uptrend. So we're literally we're a little further away from the lower end of the channel. We're closer to the upper end, but upper end is a 6,000 on S&P. I mean, you could get there. I'm not going to question it really. I'm not smarter than the market. So I added a few stocks. You guys know about the firms and stuff, so I don't want to go through that really. But actually, let's do it. A firm pulled back almost to the 50-day at 40.26. Up with the market today. I still be patient on that. I wouldn't mind getting into it right about $40. I added AI, which is another AI stock. I'm not long. I don't have a position just to watch this stock because it's under the 200-day. Was the rule number one? Don't touch anything that's under 200-day. Albemarle under the 200-day, but this is a lithium stock, so I'm definitely closely watching these lithium stocks. AST Space Mobile is just going sideways. Actually, one of my other ones is about to break out. I may just buy some of that. Baba, my Chinese group. Okay. So on Thursday, today's Monday. On Thursday, this thing hit exactly kissed the 50 EMA at 95. We're at $100.40, turning around. You guys got to pay attention to these. If you're going to get into these, that's where you got to do them. Baidu is not my favorite, but I'm still watching it. No, I messed up. Nope. Not Naidu, Baidu, moron. Okay, there you go. Yeah, that one under the 200 is not, it's like weaker. So this is the way you guys can figure out outperforming and underperforming. Look at the difference in Baba. Baba came to the 50 EMA and turned back up. And Baidu, no, it went lower. So you guys can understand the strong ones versus the weak ones. Billy, we talked about it on Friday. Right. I mean, kissed it at about 19. So I was long options. If you guys want to tag along, trade the stocks, don't trade the options. And it's turning back up, 22.26, definite buy. Bitcoin and the surrogates are about to break out. Let me tell you, people, this is the double Bitcoin, BITX, but more importantly, this is the BlackRock Bitcoin. This is exactly 1-for-1 Bitcoin. Okay, BITX is 2x of Bitcoin, very leveraged. But if you want to trade Bitcoin purely itself, IBIT is your thing to look at. Another favorite, Kava. You guys will see the new stock, so take notes. And Kava new high, 140. I am actually, either if not this week for sure, I'm going to liquidate a little bit more from the long-term portfolio. Probably down another 25% of the position, and then I'll only have 25% of my original position. Carvana, same thing, but Mojotronics is here. CLSK is going to give you a break, huh? Now, okay, Mojotronics is trying to go above the 200. If Bitcoin breaks out, this thing is going to go to 20. It's 12.5. Okay, if Bitcoin goes to 100,000, this will be 20. So, patience. You are dead, coming back from dead, which is good. Coinbase, same thing as IBIT. It really moves with Bitcoin. I added CRISPR Therapeutics. I'm adding a lot of biotech stocks because I think the seasonality is pretty good on those. I like this stock, but it's again below 200. Just a watch list stock. And here's DJT. Yeah, I mean, I'm really hoping for you guys to read your books and understand what I'm trying to do. Okay, you guys see these two lines, right? This is 85, and above there is 100, which is out of chart, and this is the 15. So you guys see that band over there, right? I'm hoping that DJT stays between those two bands, 15 and 85, basically. Okay, what are the odds of that? Extremely high. But IV is kind of my enemy at the moment. They keep pumping it, but we'll see. You guys will live it and die it with me. And I'm going to sell more puts actually on that. I'm going to be balanced. So I did my scan this morning. There were a lot of interesting little biotech stocks, but then I picked a few. This is called Evoke Pharmaceutical. Stock was about $5 number. It ran to 12 this morning. It's back to 7.5. There's definitely catalyst on this, so I added this to my watch list, just like Werewolf Biotech. So Evoke, EVOK is one I added. Another one I added. These are massive moves on these stocks, by the way. Monte Rosa Therapeutics. This has definitely catalyst, okay? And this stock, if this is definitely having a massive move today. I mean, 5.5 to 12. Stock is at 11. But these are the types that you need to put on your chart lists, okay, watch lists, and then keep at it, right? Okay, so it's having a huge move, but the stock used to be in the 20s and the 30s, okay? Huge base breaking out. They just made an agreement with Novo Nordisk, so there's massive catalyst in here. So what I would like for you guys to do on these low-end price stocks, you guys need to go to Yahoo Finance, put the symbol in, and look at all the statistics on it, okay? Cash position, if they have S1s filed, so you don't want to get caught with a filing, secondary issuance, and you don't want to get hammered. Short position, how many shares outstanding, right? Market capitalization, debt to equity, all that is on Yahoo Finance. It's amazing. I love Yahoo Finance. I use it a lot. And please go check it. And then the reason I'm buying WOLF is because of that. Because I looked at the numbers already. So GME, let's see what's happening with GME. Well, we know what's happening with GME. GME is the meme stock of meme stocks. This thing is, I mean, look, it's gone enough sideways. Bollinger Bands are as tight as going to be. So if the stock and MACD is right at 0, if it goes over, I'm taking a risk. I bought 25 options. I will definitely add to it. This is a way of feeding on itself. So as we know, GME, this is the daily 1-year chart. I'm just taking a shot at it with 25 calls. I will buy more calls if it keeps higher. This is the one that you go buy high, sell higher. I added another small one, which I looked on Yahoo Finance and I like, is GNPX is the symbol. So please, if you rewatch this, you guys can. GNPX I like, but it's under the 200. I'm just being cautious with it yet. But this is another catalyst, and I like their cash position. So no more stock issuance coming up. And this stock was in the, it had the reverse splits, obviously, but now it's coming off of it. And again, all these dogs, you guys got to be really, really careful with it, okay? Goldman Sachs, earnings came out, blew it out. Goldman, best of the best on Wall Street. New higher highs, higher lows, nothing wrong with it. Robinhood, Hain Celestial, let's not forget about Hain. Still going sideways. My lottery ticket hit the wall, but I will not hesitate to get back into these again. This time probably December 10s. I don't have a position. I'm waiting. Robinhood, new highs. I did a little segment on Friday that Robinhood is Robinhood is the best retail broker out there. They're introducing something called Robinhood Legend now. Platform. I'm definitely going to use it. I like it. New high on the stock at 28. We looked at IBIT. Again, Russell 2000, something you guys need to pay attention to if you're dollar cost averaging. is just going sideways before a breakout. Lower rates are good for small stocks, so please keep in mind, if you're going to dollar cost average as opposed to do maybe triple Qs and SPY, add IWM to your list. JD.com, one of the stronger Chinese out. This one didn't even come to the 50-day. This one tested the 20-day twice, and then it's turning up. So the ones that don't like Baidu, right? Baidu versus JD, completely different. They're both Chinese stocks, obviously. They're the conglomerates in China, or Baba, right? You can understand even within the group, there are strong ones and there are just less than strong ones. What else? Oh, Howell is the symbol. I bought another 1,000 shares. I like this. It's got a catalyst. It broke the downtrend. Huge volume. Volume is drying out. MACD is above. I'm going to keep accumulating this all the way down to 250s. Yes, you may say, well, why don't you wait for 250? Because I don't know. It may not, right? Most gaps usually close. If it does close the gap, I'll be there to buy it, to add it. Above the 50, above the 200 now, above the 20. All those moving averages turning up. It's just may go sideways a little bit, but I like it quite a bit. And there is no secondary coming on this. That's the most important thing. I added LTBR today. LTBR is the symbol Lightbridge Corp. This is another nuclear stock. They're hot. Okay, so the stock goes from 3 to 10, pulls back to 6, which is 50% correction, and then retesting the high. I'm making new highs today on pretty decent volume. These are the types of stocks that you can trade, not day trade, but trade. Lunar is another favorite. I don't have a position. I had options. I sold them with profits. This thing is going sideways. The next leg is coming here. I'm telling you guys. Okay, so if you're going to do options, make sure you do December's now. I see this going 13, 14 on the next leg up. Volume is kind of drying out. It's just going sideways, biding its time. Either there'll be a catalyst for a gap up, or just this is going to break out. On volume picks up, you guys need to be all over it. You don't need to do options. Do stock. Let's see. Marathon, like CLSK. This is also going to go probably 26 to 28. If Bitcoin breaks out, 18 and a half. These are all Bitcoin surrogates. So if you believe Bitcoin is about to break out, yeah, got to be on it. And I don't even want to, well, oh my God. MSTR, MicroStrategy, new high. There's a gamma squeeze is going to happen in this. I mean, a lot of institutions are shorting this because they're saying that its net asset value over the Bitcoin holdings is 2.8 times now. They're saying it shouldn't be here because the rest of the company is not worth this much. Well, yeah. This is actually separated itself. This is moving without Bitcoin moving. What will happen if Bitcoin breaks out now? This could be the new meme stock, actually. And then, of course, the surrogates of MicroStrategy ETFs, MSTU, which is 1.7 times MSTR. Richie, remember we were going to buy this about like $30, I think, or BITX it was, one or the other, I don't remember. 82 now. And this goes 1.7 times MSTR, and MSTU goes 2x times MSTR. Okay. MSTX goes 2x. Okay. This thing was 15, by the way, right? Okay. Micron, still one of my favorite chip stocks, going sideways. Retested the high. We traded it. If you guys traded it with me, great. I'm just waiting now for the next breakout. Stock goes above 113. We're going to 125 to 130. So on the next leg, I'll be there. The one I sold this morning, NNE, one of big stocks. This is a nuclear stock. It was 27, came down to 18. They did a secondary at 17, right back to 21. Okay, the other one is Oklo. There you go. Stock is 25, 37 high, 24 and a half. This is Sam Altman stock, by the way. They also did a secondary at 17. And, while the stocks are going up, they're taking advantage of issuing stock. Parabolics are parabolics. When they end badly, but then at the moment, doesn't seem like there's an end in sight. There's no bearish divergence happening here yet. So stock actually is pretty orderly. One surprising fact today is Nvidia is down today. I don't know why, but again, it made a new high. It's just digesting the gains from last week. I don't see anything negative there. Oh, PLL, of course, I didn't buy it. I told you guys not to buy it either because it's under the 200-day. It kissed the 50-day, turning back up 30% from 10. Literally hit 10, kissed at 10, the 50 EMA. I'm still not convinced. I cannot buy stocks that are under their 200 moving average, which is this line right here. Look how long this thing has been under this 200-day. But now, once it turns, then I will pay attention to it. So you could have bought this. I mean, you could have bought for these little rallies that it's having, but watch list is the important thing that you guys need to pay attention to. Triple Qs, nothing wrong. I mean, really, we're at the highs. Again, we have this little uptrend that I've drawn. This week is going to be big on triple Qs, without a question. I started paying attention. Actually, I added Rivian to my chart list. Yeah, I mean, it's a dog, right? I mean, here it took a massive move from 10 to 18, 19 because Volkswagen put in 5 billion into the company. If you guys like Tesla, you guys may look at Rivian as well. Another one that I just added and returning actually to my Root Insurance is an insurance company. You guys can tell I like things that go sideways, and then when they break out, you need to be there. This one, definitely add to your watch list. ROOT is the symbol. Please trade the stocks, don't trade the options. Serve Robotics, the little bug-eyed robotics. Got an upgrade with a $16 price target today. You know, it went from 2. I mean, actually, if you guys have been watching me long enough, we wrote this together. I wrote it from 2 to 8, and it went to 24. I'm like, well, maybe without me, of course. And then came back. I traded it a few times. It's breaking out again. You know, I don't think it'll get to 24, but I think definitely it's one of those candidates. SoundCloud, I added to the list today. I'm adding these small, you know, low price stocks for you guys so you guys can benefit, because I know most of you do not have large size accounts. I like this chart, right? This is my type of chart. Just going sideways, biting it. This is AI play as well. $6 stock. Definite. I mean, you know, it had a nice move, came down, digesting above its 200, above its 50, up 10% today. I like these. I like these little stocks that nobody's paying attention to, but then once you discover it, right? I think you guys need to be in there. Definitely on the next breakout of about 625, 630. Yeah, this is going to revisit the 10, and then on a 3-year basis, beautiful chart, right? Sideways. Finally get going. When they get going, that's the growth phase. Something is happening. You guys don't need to know what it is. I mean, it's important, obviously, because without a catalyst, without fundamentals, stocks are not going to move unless they're pump and dumps. But this is not a pump and dump. Okay, so this is the one that's concerning me, TLT. TLT is the inverted interest rates, 20-year bond. Okay, so right here up top at 101, that's when the Fed cut the rates. We're at 91. Okay, rates are higher again today. I mean, bond market is telling the Fed, go take a hike, go take a long walk on a short pier. I'm not buying anything you're saying, and I am concerned. I mean, and the other thing is market's not concerned whatsoever, though. So there is a massive divergence between TLT interest rates right now and the market. So I don't know. I am hoping that this is not a precursor of something, but then, you know, I'm on it every day. Taiwan semi pulling back. Earnings came out 210. It hit actually 212. Made a new high. Pull back, closing the gap. Interested at 190, 196 now. Unity Software. You know, we're right on the 50-day, under the 200-day. We'll see where that goes. Upstart. What is that pattern, people? What does that pattern look like to you guys? Does that look like a beautiful bull flag? It does, doesn't it? Well, you know, next leg up, that thing is 65. I will definitely trade that. Just going sideways. So when you're trading options, you don't want to get caught when the stock is going sideways. You want to get on it on the breakout and then liquidate it when the target is reached before it starts doing this sideways thing again. This is a 3-year look on, upstart, by the way. This was a $400 number, people. There is no reverse splits in this. This is just coming off this huge, massive base here. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful bull flag. It's building. Please pay attention. Should be, actually, this is stronger than a firm now. I mean, look at this, right? This is, volume is kind of getting dry now. On the 2 up days, there's massive short position in this, by the way. Massive. Okay. It could be fundamental related, obviously, because this is where all this started. All this started is at $30 when the earnings came out, and it never looked back. Higher highs, higher lows, above is 2050 EMA. These are the stocks that you buy on pullbacks. These are the ones to buy on dip stocks. Let's see. Yeah, that should do it, really. Let me see this other little one. Yeah, definitely upstart. I will trade on the next leg up, this is going to go to 65, 68. So out of the money December calls, probably 60 calls probably is the one I will trade. Not yet, just going sideways, waiting for the moving average to catch up. When something gets above way, breaks away from this moving averages, gets too far, pulls back to the mean regression. So I will wait. Patience, patience, patience. Not interested. So yeah, added some old ones, some new ones. DJT, we just 45.50. Okay, we'll take a look at the position screen one more time. So we're back at the position screens. GME 22.30. I'm up 25 cents on 25 calls. I couldn't buy more, so I had orders to buy 15 more up to 40. No, didn't work out. Still along those puts. NNE I sold. DJT. Okay, see what's happening? These puts, the calls that I sold when the stock was higher. Stock is lower, but because of implied volatility, it's up to 325, 323, and 400 now. I'm like, bro, I mean, this thing is going to hit the wall, but I'm going to sell 5 more of the puts, $15 puts at 115. And here they are. And then I'll have a 10 and 10 balance. I'll just put the order in. Okay. Yeah, stock is I'm even on the 85s now. I should be ahead, actually. And I'm literally even on the hundreds. My cost is 450 and 320. They're 325 or 310, 340, and 445, 480. I mean, market makers saying, you know what? We don't care. We're going to just pump this implied volatility. We're going to make you pay to play. That's what it's called. Pay to play. Well, you got to pay that premium to play. And whoever's buying these, good luck to them. Even if the stock moves in the right direction, I don't think we're going to work out. So, yeah, GameStop, well, 22.35. I'll probably add to it before I even go. Let me go back to the front screen. Let me talk to you guys a little bit. Hopefully you guys are understanding what's going on. Let's go. Okay. Hey. Oh, Steve, thank you, man. Much appreciated. Yes, you did. Okay, so let me remove this. Let me get to this. Yeah, Steve, I want to get everybody out of this rat race. Everybody. Everybody. Okay? Everybody. Because this is not a life to live. Financial freedom. Build your financial freedom. Thank you, Steve. Much appreciated, sir. Steve is doing great work, by the way. Please go check his channel, Rideshare Rodeo on YouTube. He's one of the OGs of YouTube, man. He doesn't look for growth. He doesn't look for clicks. He doesn't look for views. What he looks for is absolute substantive content. No bullshit, no drama. He puts it out there. He interviews amazing, amazing people, right? And actually, I joined his one of the lives last week. Anytime, Steve. And not because, money or not that. He's generous, obviously, but he's also a gig worker. He's an advocate, and he calls it the way he sees it. And he's definitely working on, I know we are, but mostly him. We're working on this illegal account thing. We're going to get somewhere, Steve, with this. Trust me. Yeah. So go check his channel out. Got great content. He's not a loudmouth, but listen to what he's saying. And okay, so let's see what's going on. What's going on? Yes. Okay, Wednesday, members only. Grab a membership. Okay, grab it. Grab a membership and join us. Members only live Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. If you become a member, also, or a current member, I also have to make this mandatory. If you're a member, you must show up. It's classes in session. Come on. Like, where are you going to get that? The difference between these and memberships is this is like casual. Memberships is one-on-one, mostly, really. It's like you're having me as a mentor or a coach for an hour and a half or two. Where are you going to get that? Okay. You trust me, I charge a lot more than that, but it's not about the charging. I'm doing it. Grab a membership. I'll send you a free t-shirt. This exact one that I'm wearing. And you send me your t-shirt size if you're a current member or become a member. Address, t-shirt size, color. You will get this. It's just a perk of being a member on top of 2 extra live streams every month. Okay. So next one coming up Wednesday. Yes, Steve, thank you. Okay, let's see what you guys are talking about. Okay. Tahoe King, good afternoon. No. Okay, let's go through the questions. I can see that. Fantastic. Great. Awesome. Yes. Well, no, I'm not risking 52K, Rich. I have to put up 52K. The risk is unlimited, actually, to be honest with you. What if the stock goes to $500 a share, right? So, not for everyone. I'm using 52,000 buying power to put the position on. But I will not be there until November 15th. Once the election comes, IB crush happens, I will buy those back and then be done with it. So I'm basically, here's the deal. So I'm not risking, I'm risking a lot more than that. But then I can always buy the underlying shares, have a covered position. I can do so many different things. So I will never let these things get out of hand. Okay. No, but I'm using 52,000 buying power to put the position on. So basically, on 52,000 by November 15th or before, I can make 5K. Is it worth it? Yeah, it is because of the implied volatility. I think it's worth it because I'm not going to use the buying power for anything else. Might as well earn 10% in the next couple of weeks. Okay. Do you have to subscribe to? No, like Thinkorswim has it. I'm pretty sure Ameritrade, all IPOs, forget IPOs. If you're not buying it on the, if you don't have a special relationship, you're not getting it. Once the stock opens, I wouldn't mess with those. Do you have your, no, not IPOs, anything. Anything that's moving for the day, but you have to set your filters. I have my filters set up as it has to trade more than 2 million shares. It has to have at least 200 million in market capitalization. It has to be making a 52-week high, all these things. You set the filters, but all brokerage houses offer you those, so you can set it according to what you like. And then when it gets there, it's in your scanner. Okay, Mojotronic says, can you analyze how so I can visualize how it gels with what I've been reading in Jay Murphy's book? Okay, sure. I'm out of CLSK as soon as it dropped. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, you survived, right? You survived. I will look at how before I go out. Yeah, actually, it's a good point. But bring that up on members only on Wednesday. We'll look at it. I mean, I'm long 5,000 shares of the stock. I bought another 1,000 shares this morning at 290. I have orders at 280, 270, 260. Good morning. Good morning. Management ownership, Yahoo Finance on low price small cap stocks. Do you prioritize? Not necessarily. No, I'll just look at on Yahoo Finance. I look at cash position. Very important on these small stocks. Okay, what they do, obviously, if they're in biotech, they're going to burn cash, so you want to have some leeway. Check their S1. S1 is the forms that they have to file before they do secondary offerings, because they do a lot of secondary offerings to raise cash. Look at their cash to debt levels. Okay, what kind of debt they have, and outstanding shares, short position, management ownership. Obviously, is important, but not as important as their cash position. That's the number one thing I look at on those small micro cap stocks. How much cash they have. Like Howell. Okay, they have 100 million in cash stock. They have only 30 million shares outstanding. Literally, the whole thing is in cash. So a company can close up tomorrow, you get your money out of it. So if you're buying a company cash with a potential drug that's a binary drug that could absolutely take the stock to the stratosphere, those are the types of small caps that I'm going to look at. Yes, exactly. Yes, Tao King, exactly that. Or you can be more adventurous by BITX, which is 2x. The other ones are extremely turbocharged, and just I'm not sure what's going on there. Even for me, they're too volatile. Mojotronics, Evoke. Missed the move pre-market because I was reading Jimmy. Went from 6 to 17, kept watching, you couldn't. No, don't pull the trigger when they keep getting away from you. Don't, okay? The shirt's coming up. Stop sign, FOMO, YOLO, and HODL. Because you will get into FOMO, and then you will be a hodler. Okay? Just like you did with CLSK. Don't do these. I'm telling you. Okay. It wasn't such a no. You're not a PUSSY. You're learning. You want to get rich like tomorrow. It's not going to happen. I'm telling you. Yes. There you go. There you go. Okay, wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Trade it. What else is there? Just wait for it. Upstart is getting ready to kiss 20 EMA. No, it's not even close to 20. Are you doing SMA or EMA? I have EMA. Okay, let's take a look at how and talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. Let's take this off. Let's do it. Okay. Okay. What do we have? 22. Okay. How? Let's do it. I forgot. How? Let's do it. Let's look at it. Okay. So, it's a little garbled here because for some reason, Thinkorswim puts my positions there with arrows, like where I bought it. I'm like, okay, thanks. Maybe there's a way of getting rid of that. I'm not sure. Vic, are you here? Can you get rid of those? I just want a straight line with the position. See, it says right here, this I like, right? It shows 5,000 shares, 318, 317.4. And it's at $3 now. MACD is over. Okay, so let's look at it. Let's talk technicals on how it falls to John Murphy's situation. Okay, first we had a downtrend, right? Clear downtrend. It broke the downtrend on extremely high volume. Okay, because there was a catalyst. Go read the news. There was a catalyst. It literally gapped up in 2 days. It went from 250 to 418. Okay. Then now we're pulling back. Okay. There is a gap that's left between 220 and 250, 256. Most gaps are filled. If gaps are not filled, at some point they will get filled. However, this is called a breakout gap. Okay. And when stocks break out with a gap, it shows strength. Could it fill the gap? Of course it could. Will I be there to buy it? Yes, I will. Because the fundamentals and technicals are lining up. Okay. So 20 EMA on Howell. And the other thing is Bollinger Bands exploded, right? There was sideways, and then now we're opening up. Okay. preferably what this should do is maybe pull back to 260, 270. Okay. And let's look at the overall picture. Okay. 185 was the low on this last move. Went to 418. So 185 to 420. Let's say 180 to 420. What is that? That's $2.40. Okay. $2.40, 50% correction, okay, of 240 is $1.20. 420, $1.20 is 3. So right about here, I'll start buying, which I started buying at 3. And 20 EMA is at 253, okay, and 50 EMA is at 238-ish, 237, 238, okay. 200 EMA was at, or still is at, right about 320. So my expectation on this, and we'll find out together, either pull into the gap, close the gap, low volume, and then on the next leg up, okay, on the next leg up, we will easily if you retest and then at the 420 level. If not, obviously, I'm looking for more than that because it broke the downtrend, and that's my interpretation of this chart. There's nothing more, nothing less to say. Gaps are important to pay attention to. Gaps are showing you or telling you something that's happening. There's a reason for a gap, right? And most of the time, the first gap will not close. If the first gap does not close, that shows actually more strength. Like, for example, let's look at Upstart. Upstart, right? Look at that. Let's look at Upstart and Affirm. Here's Upstart, okay? Here's the gap. It never closed. That shows strength to me, right? And I would like Howell to do the same thing, okay? And now, okay, you're saying kiss, no, there's nowhere near kissing it. That's a 48 and a half Mojotronics, Upstarts, 20 EMA. It's just building this flag, and yeah, shorts are in trouble on this one. I have no doubt. And Affirm, again, another gap one, right? Okay, here's the gap on Affirm. Earnings came out, right? Gapped on Affirm, came into it, did not close it, still back here. And then higher highs, higher lows now. See what's happening? This is what Howell looks like to me, right? Because the catalyst was so good, right? I'm not expecting it to close again, but if it does, I'm not going to be upset. But if it doesn't close and turns up from here and starts making higher highs, that shows that we're on our way. Okay, so that's that. Any other questions? Let's answer those questions. Okay. Okay. Possibly. Bollinger Band with the O. Yeah, maybe it is. So we can talk about this on Wednesday. We can adjust yours. So any other questions? Anything else? Let's take a look at the positions one more time. And then we'll say goodbye. And we definitely... Okay, so I'll be back on the members live on Wednesday. 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Go get your t-shirt if you want to become a member, and grab the link. The members only lives, so it's only for the members only. You can watch the replay as a member, but if you're just not a member, you're not going to be able to watch because we set it up that way. I think the members, this one you guys can watch if you're not a member. But what else? Let me take a look at the positions one more time. Where we are. Did we add? Okay, let's go. Let's look at the positions one more time. We'll go to monitor. All right, so we're going to hold. We'll have 3 weeks for this to turn into something reasonable. We're waiting for the IV crush on DJT. We're literally even on the position. You know, every day that goes by, right, something is going to happen. What's going to happen? If the stock starts going sideways or a little bit lower or sideways, a little bit lower, that's called theta. Theta is part of the Greeks. It's the decay, time decay. It's going to lose time premium. These are $100 options people are paying $3 for. I mean, you know, well, we're going to live through it together so you guys will understand what the strategy is and why I did what I did and how it's going to turn out. What else is there to say? Not much more, is there? No. NNE, I'm out. I'm still long the puts, 10 and 10. Not much going on. GME, I'll probably add. Let me take a look at GME. Well, I have 25 of them. If you guys want to tag along, more than welcome to do so. They're $1. I'm trading the November 15 expiration $25 calls. If you guys want to do the stock, do the stock. I wouldn't look. If you guys want to tag along, I'm going to post the positions today at the end of the day. And look at the previous ones. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm posting positions latest by 2 p.m. So look at the difference in positions, right? So, he was long 30 puts. Well, now he's only long 10 puts. Well, that means he took a profit or he took a loss on those puts, and you guys can figure out with the market fluctuation or underlying stock fluctuation if I took a profit or loss. Okay? Same thing like in NNE. Well, you guys will figure out that I took a profit because my cost was 2. They're 3.5. I sold a bunch at 320 on Friday, and then I sold the last 10 today. So you guys will figure out if I'm making or losing money. It's not rocket science. Okay? And on DJT, you guys will figure it out on everything, all the positions, right? You guys can figure that easily out if you just go back, and they're there. They're on the community page of the YouTube channel. To go to the community page is you go halfway down the YouTube page, and then it says videos, shorts, live. Swipe left. Last one, it says community. Click on community. All the screenshots are going to be there. Now you guys can see. I mean, full transparency. I don't know what else I can do, really. So yeah, that's the positions. I'm definitely going to sell 5 more puts today, hopefully, in DJT, and we'll see. IV 325. I mean, I, I mean, you know, I don't know. If you don't sell premium now, I don't know when you sell premium on DJT. So I am interested in this, actually. Adding to it. I don't know. Will I add to it? Is the risk reward there? Yes and no. So basically, I'm going to be either short the stock at 90 because I'm taking in combined almost $5. Short the stock at 90, long the stock at 10. Stock is 45. Exactly halfway. That's the strategy that I did forever. So that's what it's going to be. How I'm going to keep adding. 297, 299. I will add at 280, 270, 260. I'm willing to put up maybe 8,000 shares of the stock. I'm willing to buy. That's it, man. What else is there? Not much more. All right. I'm gonna go to the front screen, answer some more questions if you guys have it. We'll post the positions at the community page of the YouTube channel. Please thumbs up. Please share. Support the channel any way you can. Share it. Sharing, I think, is the best way to support the channel. If you like a video, share it. Share it with your friends. Post it somewhere. Post it on your Facebook page. I'm not against new subscribers. Anyway, so remove that. Okay. Talking. How is the gap formed in the first place? Well, gaps happen all the time, right? Gaps happen mostly, like you're going to see gaps this week a lot. Like on the Mag 7, all the 5 of the Mag 7 that's coming out, talking. Gaps are formed on a catalyst. Earnings report on a biotech stock, it'll be like approval of some drug that they've been working on, or disapproval. Gap up and gap down. Gaps happen both ways. Okay, perfect example. Let's talk about McDonald's. Massive gap down. What happened to McDonald's? Let's take a look at it, actually. I think it's bounced back too. Actually, that's a perfect example of a gap. Why gaps happen. Let's take a look. And that'll be the last one. There we go. MCD. MCD is McDonald's. Okay, look at it, right? It was doing fine. Okay. And what happened? Right after the close on Friday, not on Friday, on Wednesday, I think, last week, they said, oh, we have E. coli. One person is dead, 10 people in the hospital, more to come. Our quarter pounders are full of E. coli. They're killing people. What happened? Stock was 318. It had closed literally on an all-time high, 315. Next morning, boom, down to 290, right? Huge. I mean, that's like tens of billions of dollars of market cap loss for McDonald's. And there is your gap. Okay? This is a breakdown gap. Gaps happen because of catalyst, because of news. And now, if it does go up there and close the gap, I will be looking to short McDonald's. Although with these big caps, you really want to be careful. Here's a breakaway gap right here. Okay? That happens halfway in a move. There are three types of gaps: breakout gaps, breakaway gaps, and exhaustion gaps. Exhaustion gaps is the last one that just they blow their stack and that's done. That's when this thing is going parabolic, So those three gaps also happen on the downside: breakdown, breakaway, and exhaustion gap. So gaps can happen up and down, and it's mostly related to news. So hopefully I answered that reasonably well. Actually, I like that answer myself. That was funny. I cracked myself up. Vamos Barça forever. Vamos. Yes, that's the explanation. All right. See you guys Wednesday. All the members. Wear your t-shirts if you got it. If you didn't get it, email me, sergio@sergioavedian.com. Your shirt size, the color you want, I will send you one. Your address, obviously. And then when you do show up to the members live, I want you to wear it because I'm going to wear it. We're all going to look unisex. We'll just wear the same shirt. So Wednesday coming up, I'll post my positions. Big week this week. Healthy trading, stay healthy, be safe out there. Important thing is don't blow your account. Craig, I know you're a gambler. I know you. We'll have to talk on Wednesday. Craig is sends me his portfolio. I'm like, what are you doing? Because the market's going up. Look, he's aggressive. He had $1,000 Robinhood account. He's up to $1,400. You know what I mean? So don't blow it, Craig. It's easy to blow it. But if you're gonna want to tag along, I'm telling you, this is not financial advice or trading advice. You can tag along. The positions are there, but I may get out way before Wednesday, because I don't post every day. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm posting on the community page. What if I get out and you're holding the bag? Do it at your own risk. Do it at your own peril. I ain't gonna get you. Again, I'm gonna finish with this. I want to teach you how to fish. I don't want to give you the fish. Giving the fish is easy. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, I've had a fantastic October. Actually, I will share the actual account at the end of the quarter with you guys, which is coming up. Maybe next Friday, I'll share it. I had a little drawdown, but almost back to where I was. Having a good year. Slow and steady. About October was really good. I have a good handle on the market now. That's why I'm doing the certain things that I'm doing. And after that, what else? Not much to say. Much love. See you guys. Thank you for the support. Thumbs up. See the members on Wednesday and see the rest of you on Friday for Power Hour at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Bye-bye.